Hey friends and neighbors, Dan Cavallari, Slow Guy on the Fast Ride, here with another episode of Let Me See That! Today, I've got Princeton CarbonWorks dual 5550 wheels, and if you don't know how Let Me See That works, basically I'm going to give you a product run through of what this wheel set's all about. You tell me whether you want me to do a fully independent review by going down below, hit that thumbs up. Any product that gets 50 thumbs up gets a fully independent review on slowguyonthefastride.com. Let's dive into these wheels. So Princeton CarbonWorks, you probably have seen their wavy wheels on Team Ineos riders' bikes. And in fact, these wheels were tested at the 2021 running of the Paris-Roubaix race. So you probably wouldn't have known that because they look, fairly similar to some of the other offerings in the Princeton CarbonWorks lineup, but this is a different rim depth. Now that 5550 number, that indicates the depth of the rim at the highest point on this sinusoidal rim shape and at the lowest point. So 55 at the highest, 50 at the lowest. And this sinusoidal rim shape is all about aerodynamics and crosswind stability. You can read all about that on Princeton CarbonWorks website. Very cool technology. Now, this is in keeping with all the modern trends. First of all, it's a pretty lightweight wheel set, 1,430 grams for the test wheel set that I have here. Princeton CarbonWorks says that the rims are sub 500 grams. So again, a pretty light construction here, but not skimping on the durability, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. I should mention the price. My test wheel set comes in at $3,950 with the Tactic Racing hubs, which we're going to talk about in a moment. There are less expensive options and more expensive options you can check out on Princeton's website. Now, Princeton is responding to the ways that people are riding road bikes these days, which of course means these are an all-road wheel. In other words, you can take them off-road onto gravel. You can even run big fat tires, 50 millimeter tires on these bad boys. They're aerodynamically optimized for 30 to 32 millimeter tires. But again, you can run up to a 50 millimeter tire. So you want to run them on your gravel bike, you want to run a big fat road tire, you can do it with these. That's thanks to the 22 millimeter inner rim width. We're seeing inner rim widths expand further and further every year. 22 millimeters offers a lot of versatility. Now, optimized for 30 to 32 millimeter tires. And when I say optimized, that means aerodynamically optimized. So you're going to get the best aerodynamic performance when you're running those widths of tires. Adding to the versatility, Princeton CarbonWorks has stuck with a hooked rim rather than a hookless. What that means is that you could run a clincher style tire with a tube, or you could run it tubeless. And you get Princeton's holeless tire bed technology, which basically means there's no holes here on the inside of the rim. It's all molded. So that, of course, gives you a really good tubeless seal and adds to some strength characteristics for the rim. And one of the really cool things that Princeton CarbonWorks has done is they're offering both a disc brake and a rim brake version of this wheel, which is becoming rarer and rarer. So if you're still running rim brakes, you're in luck. You can still get a high-performance wheel and stick with your rim brakes. Now, I mentioned earlier that there's different price points for this wheel set. That's because you can get different hub configurations. Mine came with the Tactic Racing hubs. If you haven't heard of that brand, it's because it's pretty darn new, and it's actually a sister brand to Princeton CarbonWorks. It was a response to all the supply chain issues we've been having. The founders of this company decided, well, we can make a better hub anyway. Let's do it. So they started this company. What makes it better? Well, it's got a very interesting free hub body design. It's got what's called a conical face gear in there. And basically, that's a cone-shaped gear that engages and disengages. And what's neat about that is that Tactic Racing says that it's the largest contact area of any other free hub system on the market, which means you should get pretty instant engagement, nice strength, longevity, durability. Now, if I get to test these, I will probably compare these to Industry 9's Hydra hubs, which in my experience has had the best, quickest engagement of any hub out there. So that's a tall order to fill. I'd be really interested to see if Tactic Racing can stack up to that. Whether I test these wheels is entirely up to you. If you want me to do a fully independent review on slowguyonthefastride.com, please do go down below, give a thumbs up. Any product that gets to 50 thumbs up is going to get a fully independent review on Slow Guy on the Fast Ride.